Guys, so welcome to the quant question of the day. This is a very interesting question. It says in a triangle ABC, 3 times of angle B is equal to angle C, which is equal to 2 times of angle A plus angle B. Now the question is asking you which is the largest and which angle is the largest and what is its value, right? So if I understand, whenever I'm talking about a triangle ABC and whenever I'm talking about the angles, right? So we know that one unsaid equation statement given to us is angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to how much, guys? We know this is equal to 180 degrees. Right. Now, if you observe, you have only one equation statement. If I have one equation statement going by thumb rule of equations, number of equations should be equal to number of variables. So our first job is to bring the number of variables here, or since there's only one equation, I need only one variable in the whole problem, right? Now, what is the data point given to us? I'm given that 3 times of B is equal to C, which is equal to 2 times of A plus B, right? Now, whenever something is equal to something is equal to something in mathematics, no matter how many terms are equal to each other, to bring them down into a common variable, a standardized mathematical rule is always equate to a constant or a variable altogether. So what do I say, guys? If I say 3b is equal to k, so my first equation here becomes 3b is equal to k. Right. So what I would write here, I would write the angle b is equal to k divided by 3. Clear? Similarly, I can equate C is equal to K here. So my second part becomes C is equal to K. So I get C also in the form of K. We write C is equal to K. And if I equate the third equation, I get 2 times of A plus B. And I'm writing that is also equal to K. So in that case, what do I get here? So I get A plus B is equal to K by 2. Now this is a mathematical approach. Now you might start doing some, mathematical calculations here. Now, since we are into aptitude examination, let's try to slightly change our approach. As I have always been saying in the class, that our job is to avoid fractions. So what do I see that? B is equal to K divided by 3. What is this 3? This 3 is coming from here as a denominator. Clear? There is a 1 here, so no problem. 1 is in the denominator. And from here, 2 comes in the denominator that you can see here. So I have K, which has two denominators, which are 3 and 2. So whenever I say K has two denominators called 3 and 2, so what I would rather do in this question is, instead of assuming this is equal to K, let me take the LCM of 2 comma 3. And we know that the LCM of 2 comma 3 is equal to 6. So instead of doing this approach, what I would do is I would rather write 3 times of B is equal to C is equal to 2 times of A plus B. And instead of K, I will write this as 6K. Now it becomes pretty easy for us to calculate, guys. If 3b is equal to 6k, right? So this is something that we need to start doing a little faster. So this is 3 ones are, this is 3 twos are. So I can directly come down with a conclusion that the value of b is equal to 2k. Similarly, from the second part, we get the value of c is equal to 6k. And from the third part, 2 ones are and 2 threes are, right? So I can say that angle A plus angle B is equal to 3k. Now we have angle B is equal to 2k. Clear? A plus B is equal to 3k. So if I replace B is equal to 2k, I know that angle A plus 2k is equal to 3k, or this gives me a conclusion that angle A is equal to k. So in short, we have angle A is equal to k. Similarly, angle C is equal to 6k, and angle B I know is equal to 2k. So what we have done, we have successfully converted all the three variables into one variable concept, right? So if I replace these values here, angle A is equal to k, angle B is equal to 2k, and angle C is equal to 6k. Now this is equal to 180 degrees. So if I add them, I get 9k is equal to 180 degrees, or we get the value of k is equal to 20. So if I get the value of k is equal to 20, our job is to calculate the value of c, right? Because by default, we can see that if a is equal to k, b is equal to 2k, and c is equal to 6k, so we know that c is the largest angle. And therefore, the question is asking you what is the value of C as well, right? So if K is equal to 20, the value of C is equal to 6K. So 6K becomes 20 into 6, which is equal to how much, guys? 120. So here angle C is equal to 120. Angle B is equal to 2K, which will be nothing but 20 into 2. which will give me how much, guys? 40 here. And angle A is equal to K. And we get the value of 20 into 1, which is equal to 20. So these are the measures of three angles, that is 20, 40, and 120. When we add them, we see that the sum of them is equal to 180 degrees, right? So this approach is very helpful in a lot of other chapters. So remember this standardized approach, that whenever something is equal to something is equal to something is given to us, we assume it to a constant. Now this becomes a mathematical approach. Now slightly innovating, since I know that 3 will come in the denominator and 2 will come in the denominator now. So what we can start doing is we can start assuming the LCM of the coefficients which are given to us here. Clear? So that makes our job pretty easy. And that's how we keep on moving forward with our calculations altogether, right? So I hope you found this video helpful. Please like the video after you completely see it, right? Thank you guys. All the best.